Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will unravel the story within Death is a Lonely Business by Ray Bradbury. Death is a Lonely Business, 1985, is the first in Ray Bradbury's Crumley mystery series, blending noir with Bradbury's signature poetic style. Set in 1949 Venice, California, the novel follows a struggling young writer who becomes a reluctant detective when mysterious deaths disturb the decaying seaside town. Partnering with the cynical detective Elmo Crumley, the narrator delves into a haunting world of loneliness, artistic despair, and fading grandeur. Through this atmospheric and introspective mystery, Bradbury reflects on mortality, creativity, and human connection in an ever-changing world. Plot summary. Venice, California, in the mist-shrouded twilight of 1949, is a place of decay and forgotten grandeur, where the canals whisper secrets and the sea air smells of rust and regret. Amidst this fading backdrop, a young writer struggles with his art and loneliness. He rides the old red trolley through a landscape of fog and crumbling dreams, haunted by his own solitude and the ghosts of a city caught in a time warp. One rainy night, he encounters a strange man on the trolley, a figure whose presence exudes a foreboding air of death. The man utters an ominous phrase, "Death is a lonely business," before vanishing into the night, leaving the writer uneasy and inexplicably drawn to the mysteries of the world around him. The writer's life is unremarkable, save for his determination to craft his great American novel and his yearning for connection. He is surrounded by a motley collection of Venice's eccentric inhabitants, each one a reflection of the town's melancholic beauty. Among them is Constance Radigan, a former silent film star living in seclusion in a Moorish palace by the sea. She is a living relic of a bygone Hollywood era, her life and home steeped in mystery. Another is the enigmatic Canary Lady, an elderly woman who once sold birds but now lingers in a house that seems frozen in time. They, like the town itself, are echoes of lives lived in Technicolor but now fading to sepia. As the days pass, a series of strange deaths unfolds in Venice. The deaths, shrouded in ambiguity and despair, seem unrelated at first. A man found drowned in a lion cage submerged in a canal, another discovered lifeless in a decrepit boarding house. But the writer begins to sense a dark thread tying them together, an invisible hand orchestrating the sorrow that seems to seep into every corner of Venice. With each death, the city grows heavier, its decay more palpable, its people more haunted. The writer finds an unlikely ally in Detective Elmo Crumley, a seasoned investigator whose gruff exterior hides a perceptive mind. Crumley is skeptical of the writer's theories at first, dismissing him as an amateur too enamored with his own imagination. Yet, the writer's persistence and the growing pile of bodies force Crumley to take him seriously. Together, they delve into the shadowy heart of Venice, piecing together fragments of lives and deaths that lead them closer to an unsettling truth. Their investigation takes them to places steeped in sorrow and strangeness. The crumbling circus wagons abandoned in the canals, the dimly lit shops where old men gather to spin tales of yesteryear, and the boarding houses where despair clings to the walls like peeling paint. In these places, they uncover traces of the dead, a handful of trolley tickets, scraps of papier-mâché, whispers of loneliness and regret. Each clue pulls them deeper into a web of despair, where the lines between victim and predator blur, and the specter of death becomes almost tangible. The writer's encounters with Constance Radigan add another layer to the mystery. She speaks in riddles and half-truths, her glamorous facade masking a profound sadness. Her knowledge of Venice's hidden corners and forgotten souls proves invaluable, yet her own life seems entangled in the darkness that looms over the city. The writer is drawn to her, both as a source of information and as a symbol of everything Venice once was, beautiful, vibrant, and fleeting. As the investigation progresses, the writer begins to feel the weight of the city's loneliness pressing on him. He is haunted by dreams of drowning, of ghostly figures standing in hallways, of voices whispering from the shadows. His apartment becomes a sanctuary and a prison, the typewriter his only weapon against the encroaching darkness. Yet, even as he writes, the words seem to carry the chill of the grave, as if the dead are speaking through him. Crumley and the writer uncover a chilling pattern. The deaths are not random, but the work of a shadowy figure who preys on the lonely and forgotten. This, friend of death, moves through Venice unseen, leaving a trail of despair in his wake. The writer realizes that the man on the trolley was not a random encounter, but the beginning of a sinister journey that has brought him to the edge of madness. The final confrontation is not a moment of triumph, but a somber revelation. The friend of death is unmasked, not as a monster, but as a man consumed by his own loneliness and despair. His actions, though horrific, are a reflection of the emptiness that pervades Venice, a city where isolation breeds desperation. In the end, it is not justice, but understanding that prevails. The writer and Crumley, though shaken, emerge from the darkness with a deeper awareness of the fragile line between life and death, connection and solitude. As the fog lifts over Venice, the writer returns to his typewriter, his great American novel now infused with the haunting beauty of the lives he has touched and the mysteries he has unraveled. The city, with all its decay and melancholy, remains a place of wonder and sadness, a reminder that even in the loneliest of places, there is still a spark of humanity waiting to be found. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're curious about what happens next, explore the rest of Crumley Mysteries series by Ray Bradbury. Find them in the description or search Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Ray Bradbury's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.